Hi children, welcome back to new academic year. How are you? Hope you are safe and healthy. This year I am handling your politics and history portions. In politics, all of you are familiar with the word democracy. When we talk about the word democracy, it comes from two words, demos and criteria. The word demos means people and criteria means rule. So, together it means rule of the people. So, children, let us start with the second chapter of politics. What is democracy? Why democracy? Children, all of you open the text. At the same time, don't forget to lecture notes. When the school opens, you have to show me the lecture notes. Let us start with by recalling a simple definition of democracy that we had learned in lower classes. What it is? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. What it is? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. It was a simple definition of democracy given by Abraham Lincoln. We have understood the difference between democratic and non-democratic setup. In the case of non-democratic setup, who is more powerful? All of you know who is more powerful in non-democratic setup? Either king or queen exercises the absolute power in the case of non-democratic setup. Example, the cases of Nepal and Saudi Arabia. So, let us ask one question. Who is more powerful in a democracy? Any one of you know? Just we are recalling the things that we had already studied in lower classes. Suppose India is a democratic country. In India, elected representatives are there, representatives in parliament, prime minister, everyone is there. Who is more powerful in India? Whether it is prime minister or president or the parliament members, who is more powerful in India? Children? So, in democracy, people are more powerful. So, let us study or let us recall one more simple definition of democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. Underline that point. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Now, let us see, every government in this contemporary world wants to be democratic even if it is not so. So, we should clearly distinguish between a government which is democratic and the one which is not so. So, in order to distinguish between a government which is democratic and the other one which is pretend to be so, we should thoroughly go through the features of democracy. So, next we are going to study about the features of democracy. Let us start with the case of Pakistan. Children, please underline the main points. Let us start with the case of Pakistan. In Pakistan, in October 1999, General Parvez Musharraf led a military coup. General Parvez Musharraf led a military coup. Then, what do you mean by military coup? It is the military or paramilitary that assumes power. So, what do you mean by this military coup? It is the military or paramilitary that deposes the current government and assumes the power. It is the military or paramilitary that deposes the current government and assumes power. So, children, what happened in Pakistan? In October 1999, General Parvez Musharraf led a military coup. Through this military coup, he overthrown, what he overthrown there? The democratically elected government, and he declared himself as the chief executive of the country. He declared himself as chief executive of the country. Later, he changed his designation to the President of Pakistan. Again, in the year 2002, he held a referendum. By this referendum, granted him 5-year extension as the President of Pakistan. Once more I am repeating. In Pakistan, October 1999, General Parvez Musharraf led a military coup. Through this military coup, he overthrew democratically elected government in Pakistan. He assigned himself as the chief executive. Later, he changed his designation unto the president, and 2002 he issued a referendum also. He held a referendum. That referendum granted him 5-year extension as the President of Pakistan. Again, in August 2002, he issued legal framework order. He issued, underline that point, legal framework order. By this legal framework order, he amended the Constitution of Pakistan. Clear? In 2002, he issued legal framework order. By that legal framework order, he amended the Constitution of Pakistan. According to this order, the President can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. The national and provincial assemblies. The work of the civilian cabinet is, it is supervised by, underline, the work of the civilian cabinet is supervised by the National Security Council, which is dominated by the military officers. So, these things again keep in mind. August 2002, General Parvez Musharraf issued legal framework order. By this legal framework order, he amended the constitutions. By this, the President can the power to dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. The work of the civilian cabinet is supervised by National Security Council. After passing this legal framework order, again elections were held in Pakistan to these national and legal assemblies. After the election, the representatives were elected to national and legal assemblies, and these legal assembly representatives and national representatives have some powers. But the thing is that the ultimate or the absolute power lies in the hands of military officers or General Parvez Musharraf himself. So, not the point. At that time, Pakistan, like a democratic country, elections were held to national and provincial assemblies, and he elected representatives to these national and provincial assemblies, and they have some powers. But the thing is that the ultimate or the absolute power rests in the hands of whom? General Parvez Musharraf himself. So children, a question arises in our mind whether Pakistan under General Parvez Musharraf should be called a democracy. Should be called? Definitely, we should not call this Pakistan under General Musharraf as a democracy. Why it is so? Underline that point, why it is so. Why? Because in Pakistan, there are elected representatives or elected rulers to the provincial and legal assemblies, and these leaders have some powers also, but the power to take final decisions rest with those, the military officers and General Parvez Musharraf himself. So, we can't call this Pakistan under General Musharraf as a democratic country. This is not the case of Pakistan alone. This type of cases happens in other non-democratic countries and dictatorships and other things also. So, from this case study of Pakistan, we got one of the most important feature of democracy. What is the most important feature of democracy? In a democracy, the final decision power rests with those elected by the people. Underline that point, children. In a democracy, the final decision power rests with those elected by the people. So, clear all of you? From this case study, we got one point of democracy. What it is? In a democracy, one of the most important feature of democracy is the power to make final decisions rest to those who are elected by the people. So, can we summarize this? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. It was a simple definition given by whom? Abraham Lincoln. And the word democracy is originated from two words. Demos means people and kratia means rule. Together it means rule of the people. And in democracy, the rulers are elected by the people. And what happened in Pakistan? There are some countries, certain countries where they are pretend to be democratic even if it is not so. The best example is in the case of Pakistan. What happened in Pakistan? In October 1999, General Parvez Musharraf, through a military coup, he overthrown democratically elected government in Pakistan and he assumed himself or declared himself as the chief executive of the country. Then what do you mean by military coup? It is the military or paramilitary that deposes the current government and assumes power, and later he changed his designation to the president. In 2002, he issued legal framework order. By that legal framework order, he amended the constitution of Pakistan and the work of the National Security Council. They had done all the work, everything. After that, elections were held to provincial and national assemblies, but the ultimate power rested with the military officers and General Parvez Musharraf himself. So, all of you got the point. So, very well go through that portions. Next is the evaluation questions. All of you note it down. Very short answer type. Write down, when did Parvez Musharraf came to power in Pakistan? When did Parvez Musharraf came to power in Pakistan? Second question, how did Parvez Musharraf declare himself the chief executive of the country? How did Parvez Musharraf declare himself the chief executive of the country? Third question, which body supervised the civilian cabinet according to legal framework order? Fourth question, what major political incident happened in Pakistan in the year 2002? Next question, what happened after the legal framework order? Very short answer, last question. Who took the final decisions in Pakistan after the elections? All the answers to these questions are in page number 26 and 27. All of you very well go through and answer. Next, short answer type questions. First one, what amendment did General Parvez Musharraf bring in the Constitution of Pakistan by using a legal framework order? By using a legal framework order in August 2002. That question's answer in page number 27. One more short answer type questions. Why Pakistan under Parvez Musharraf cannot be called a democracy? Cannot be called a democracy. Discuss. That question's answer is also in page number 27. All of you write the answers and send to me tomorrow itself. That's for today. Thank you, children.